What is good? What is good? What is Gucci? Courtney ID, and I'm back again. And this time I'm here to talk about the highly anticipated, long-awaited album from Nina, Nines, guys, like Crop Circle 2. It's been such a long time, 3 years actually, since Nines dropped his last album, Crabs in a Bucket, which to this day, guys, still sounds good to me. Like with moments like Clout, NIC, Airplane Mode, Don't Change, Light, and I could just keep going on and on and on and just talk out the whole video with that. So we ain't gonna do that, but they still get regular circulation for me, guys. There's no way that I ain't playing any of those songs throughout the whole year. They're getting played at some point, at some stage. So Nines for me, guys, even though he does drop sporadically, it's always solid bodies of work. Like, he's not a single artist. He's an album project artist. And that has to be respected. You know, Crop Circle, the first one for me, I can't really say, with the exception of Oh My, and of course, you know, I See You Shining. Yeah, I See You Shining. Hey, yeah, those two for me were the standouts. But apart from that, I can't say I'm playing that project as much as Crabs in a Bucket, just personal preference wise. Maybe I need to go back and let that one live with me for a bit longer for me to truly appreciate what was done there. But as I said, I'm not really, well, I didn't say, but I'm not really a huge Nines scholar or a super fan, so I don't know, I'm not super tuned in. So yeah, maybe I do need to go back to that one. But as I can recall, those are the only two that were really sitting with me like that, and I still play it now. So anyway, guys, talking aside, intro aside, because the talking ain't gonna stop, let's get into this project and let me kind of give my thoughts on whether it should be considered in the end of year conversation. So the album opens up with Nines giving us a short insight into the life, which up to this point for him, you know, from him giving up the weed line, how Crop Circle, the last album in this Crop Circle 1-2 series, changed his life, and, you know, Shady Guys and all of that stuff. I always like how Nines effortlessly sits on these sample-driven beats and hits hard, but he's still so chilled with it. But then, guys, the energy comes up. The energy comes up a level with Highly Blessed, which sees Wretch take over the hook and come with a elite verse. You know, I respect what Scraps did. I respect what Nines did, but Wretch did something else. But it doesn't overshadow the track in any way. They all have the same kind of feel in terms of verses, hood paranoia, which comes with a lifestyle in the streets. Nines even cites the likes of Little Snoop, Nipsey, Dove, all of which were killed in their hood. Rest in peace to all of those, all of them, you know, which really brings it home. I really like the switch off of Calendar though, guys. Oh, okay. So Calendar is like truly that grown 90s rap feel. Like, it's like a gangster flip on Craig David's 7 Days. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I was listening to this. I was like, 7 Days, Craig David. But Nines is doing it not in the way of taking like the progression of going on the date with one girl. Monday took her for a drink, you know what I mean? He's talking about Monday is this girl, Tuesday is this girl, Wednesday is this one. And it's like the different dynamics of women. Like, he's talking about their star signs and all of that stuff. It's a creative way of bringing it together. Like, it's a creative way of describing different dynamics and different females on different days than just saying, yeah, I got bad gal, I got gal for this day, I got gal every day of the week or something like that. It reminds me of his 013 Fire in the Booth with where he's talking about something similar, but he's citing cities in UK like Bristol, Brum, I can't even remember, Manchester probably, and he's not using days. But this one is like taking that and turning it up a notch. So I respect this tune. I respect it. All right. So Nines is right when he said, ain't nothing like him and he's in a different league. It's true. He truly is the coolest trap rapper in the game in terms of delivery. Cool in terms of delivery because he ain't stressing nothing. He's so laid back. He's just laid back, but he's still cutting through. It still cuts through to you because of his clarity and his ability to just deliver. And he always fits in a bud verse somewhere where you wouldn't even expect it. If he's got a whole tune, Weed Man, I love the chorus of that one. It's very it's very smooth, very easy. But guys, let me go into the tune with M Huncho. So I feel like it was good because now I'm gonna just tap on a few of the features. I feel like it was good, but it could have went up a few levels more, like what we got with What's Beef with Potter Paper. Like that, as soon as that came on, I was like, oh right, my ears perked up. Like, yeah, my eardrums is alerted now. Now this is something I need to pay attention to. Now this is something serious. Two OGs in the game really coming together, setting out what the road life is about, not selling you it in a way to say like the internet, you know, is beef. Like they're saying, nah, the internet ain't beef. Like this ain't for the internet, as Potter says. Like, you know, you're having to move your family out, being afraid to go out, being afraid to go with your jewelry. Really gritty banger, man. It's like gritty in the same feel that I feel with Line of Fire Part 6 a bit later on towards the closeout of the body of work. So going back to this feature point again, guys, I feel like a feature which could have sat on this project, which isn't there, is Strands. Like Wristwatch, it's got that modern day 50 G-Unit feel. And I feel like I like the second half of the song more though. Like he goes a bit darker into being in the cell when he was in the W Hotel. I was ready. At that point, I was ready. I was like, all right, I'm tuned in now. Take me a bit more into that. Take me a bit more into the contrast of the lifestyle, how it all turned upside down. But that's where Nines is smart. I wanted it on that track, but then I got it on the next one, F the World, with Koji Radical and the trusted Tiggs the Author on the hook, oozing out pain. Like, so guys, to wrap it up, because I ain't gonna tell you every single track. I want you to digest it yourself. You're gonna have to tap in and take some time out. But I feel like I'm giving you enough. So to wrap it up, I feel like Nines' consistency is something you truly have to sit back and appreciate. He really does make music which sits in your mind visually, meaning like, I feel like when he's writing raps, it's not just writing raps to be the best or to, even though, you know, he could be put into that conversation, UK, you know, trap, rap. Yeah, he could be put into that top 5, top 10 conversation. But the punchlines have a meaning. It's like, it's positioned in a way to like illustrate something. I wouldn't say this project surprised me in any way. I didn't come away from it thinking, wow, this was like groundbreaking, something completely different to what Nines has ever done. But if this is to be his last project, if this is to be his final album, I wouldn't say the moments like Wristwatch or Different League, which didn't really take me away or blow me away, take away from this being a great body of work or take away from Nines being a great artist that he is. He's definitely put a line in the sand and said, this is a project which must be considered for the end of year discussion, album of the year. And if this is to be his last body of work, as I said, and as he mentioned in the Chucky interview, you got to take your hat off and say, you know what, Nines delivered some classic moments, like classic videos, classic projects, which have to be respected in the trap rap UK project lane. Like, so top 3 for me, guys. Tony Soprano, What's Beef, Calendar, 7.8 out of 10. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, inspire, and